Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Stafford on first down. Again, he finds more. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, it's Stafford. Rolling to his left. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another day.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Rob, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And some nifty footwork that time. It only amounts to a couple of yards, but could have been stopped before that. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Stafford's throw complete there to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. Yet again, just a bruising carry. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A gain of 19 yards. And middle. That's another Rams 1st down.
Throwing is Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly. Complete out wide. Touchdown! Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard
come to the line to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Draw play, ETN. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 14. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again. 7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already throwing an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Cooks will come in motion right. On third down, Mayfield. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Allen. T. Higgins. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over on 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Toss left side for Etienne. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Going for it, here's Etienne. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. 59! From the 50, Stafford. Steps away to his left. Man open is Robinson. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Sky Moore. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got to...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Got his man complete, Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run here with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here we go on 4th down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. First down, Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found their way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tim Patrick from 21 yards away. And the Jags are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And he returns this to the 22.
Women's LA on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, LA. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. There again is Cooks, complete. 25 yards that time. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Play action. Stafford. And he whips that one incomplete there. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, LA! So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stafford going to throw it. Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And now here's another interception. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.